Next up, at UFC Vegas 70, we have Augusto Sakai taking on Dontel Mays. Augusto Sakai, 15-5 overall, 1-4 in his last 5. He is riding that 4-fight losing streak. Dontel Mays is 9-4 overall, 2-1 in his last 5, but is more like 2-3 because of an overturned loss. It's an interesting fight. Augusto Sakai, Muay Thai striker. He wants to be close. He wants to fight dirty. He throws heavy. He puts out decent volume. You're not going to see the guy wrestle. He's got one single takedown in the UFC. There's fights where we've seen him that he should have wrestled and didn't. He leaned on you against the cage. He is on that 4-fight skid, and he has no idea how to defend a takedown. The guy gets taken down by everybody. Dontel Mays is 9-4. Not the longest career. Hasn't fought the best opponents. But he's a good boxer. He's got heavy hands. He has solid footwork. He sets up his combinations well. He throws everything with intent. And now we know he can wrestle because 2 fights ago, he had an incredible 6 takedowns against Josh Parisian, and he landed 117 strikes to Josh's 24. He is coming off that loss to Hamdi, where I was all over that. That was my big underdog pick on that card. Wow. Everybody told me I was crazy.
Crazy.
He was
knocked
knocked
crazy
down.
for picking the Olympic wrestler.
I was. He was the underdog, and nobody agreed with me. So, Absolute. You didn't even pick him.
Well,
idiot. Anyway, Dontel Mays, I do think he wins this fight. The line movement concerns me a bit. This is the 3rd fight on this card that we've broken down where somebody opened as the favorite and flipped to the underdog. That's a little concerning. But I just think Dontel Mays is going to hit very hard. He's going to have the wrestling if he needs it. Augusto Sakai seems worn out, seems older, seems a little used up. This is not like when we broke down Dan Ige, and he was on his very unfortunate streak.
Oh, yeah.
Dan Ige had all the tools, fought a different level of competition. Augusto Sakai is losing to a lot of people. Good ones, but a lot of people. Anyway, Dontel Mays is going to be my pick. And, plus money is not a bad spot. What do you think, Jakey boy?
Yeah, I'm going to go a little bit of a different direction on this. First of all, I don't know why they keep force-feeding us these heavyweight fights on the main card. This should not be on the main card of any card. This should be a prelim fight. For some reason, they keep putting these... because this is probably just going to be one of those heavyweight fights that are just absolutely boring. I don't know if anyone's going to finish. They're kind of going to stare at each other. Sakai is one of those kind of throwback, old-school heavyweights. Is just low volume, but he doesn't have the one-punch power, so he just kind of circles around and throws a couple combinations. If you want to put money on Sakai, a guy that's been finished in 4 straight fights at the heavyweight level, then... God bless you for it. Dontel Mays, Indiana guy. You see the Indiana State flag on the tattoo right there underneath his left nipple. He also has the Interstate 65. So, I got to go with Dontel Mays. He's Indiana guy. But the play I'm going to go here, or the point I want to make is I'm pretty sure, and somebody can correct me if I'm wrong, I'm pretty sure that Dontel Mays is one of John Jones's main training partners at the moment for Gane. So what I will say is he probably is going to be pretty tuned up, but if Mays comes in and looks fantastic, I think that says a little bit something for the way that John's training camp is going. On the reverse side, if this dude comes in and isn't looking good in the wrestling, isn't looking good in the striking, is getting kind of pieced up by Sakai, that almost is like, this is one of John Jones's main training partners. He's getting pieced up and outboxed by Sakai. What kind of training is John Jones getting? Because Dontel Mays for the last 6-7 weeks or whatever has been gone. He has been gone to John Jones. So if he's coming in looking like shit, that's not a good thing for John Jones coming up next week. So that's one thing to kind of keep in mind, that, if he, the training partner type of situation. So I'm going to pick Dontel Mays because I think he's just the better striker. I think he's a better boxer. I think he's pretty slick. He can keep himself safe for the most part in the striking. I know Hamdi was able to land a couple shots on him, but he stays safe, and I think he's got the boxing to beat a Sakai who, quite frankly, I don't think is just a very good fighter. I mean, he's a decent fighter, but I think Dontel Mays is a play here. But just keep that in mind. If he's starting to look a little bit off, and he's one of John Jones' main training partner, that's the looks that John's getting in camp. So I think obviously there's more than just one guy, but I think that's one of his main guys. It's him and I can picture the other guy, but I can't remember his fucking name. Well, Maurice Green. Yeah, Maurice Green. But I think Dantel's in that.
Well, and they're both massive. They're both massive. I mean, Dontel Mays is 6'6". Like that's a big dude. Big, powerful guy that can wrestle. I see you're getting rid of LeBron James there. Is that what the clicks were? $8,300 to $7,900 in DraftKings. It's always risky when you're talking about a cash lineup. So if you go to WeWantPicks.com and you're a premium member, we have a bunch of different DraftKings content. We have cash breakdowns where who you should put in your cash lineups. Cash lineups should be a little safer, right? You're just looking to get 6 wins. You're looking to score some real points, and you can make some money in most cash games, single entry games. Tournament plays, these two guys, there's going to be some spots for both of them, especially Dontel Mays at the $7,900 price point. Especially once we release our ownership projections, which the last 2 weeks in a row have been the best DraftKings ownership projections in the game, period. They are our own proprietary number. We get 5 or 6 different sources, then we have a stats guy that takes those and he weights them, and then he puts together some formulas and we come up with our own number, and they've been absolutely crushing. So if you're a premium member, you're working DraftKings, if you're a tournament person, check out the Tournament Insight. We rank the fighters by salary. We have a leverage calculation and the optimizer. If you like cash games, I would avoid these guys in cash games because you're looking for wins. And this is, while I think Dontel Mays wins, and whoever wins likely scores well, there's a lot that could go wrong in this fight for you, and you could put up a half a point or no points in DraftKings. With all of that being said, Jakey boy, you spend the $7,900 on Dontel. Yeah, no. I didn't think so.